Braves and the Yankees at Yankee Stadium, coming off of a really crazy game last night where the Yankees bats were completely shut down the entire game, but they woke up in the 9th inning and they ended up walking it off in the 10th. If you guys enjoy these videos, please remember to leave a like. It really does help me out a lot. I lost power for the first few innings, but here in the top of the second, Spencer Jones singles up the middle, driving in Trent Grisham to give the Yankees a 1-0 lead. Cole was cruising through the first 4 innings of this game, and in the 5th, Dubon leads off with a double. Then another double ties the game over the head of Ramos in left field. Riley swings at the first pitch, singling to right, and then Jarvis here on an 0-2 pitch singles to right to give the Braves a 2-1 lead. There is still nobody out in the 5th inning. But Cole is able to pitch out of it with a strikeout, gets Acuña to line out to right field, and Matt Olson in his career, don't quote me on this, I believe he's like 0 for 23, 24 with now 16 strikeouts. Bottom of the 5th inning, George Lombard Jr. leads off with a walk, and that brings up Spencer Jones. Initially, he is going to be hit by the pitch, but the Braves challenge it, and after the review, you could see he clearly wasn't hit. So he comes back to the box and he ends up ripping this baseball into the right center field gap. That is going to go as a triple. Lombard scores. That ball was hit 111 miles per hour. And after a terrible at-bat by Jose Caballero, which I'm going to come back to here in a second, Chris Sale is going to be called for a balk, which means Spencer Jones scores. Sale's arguing it. Walt Weiss comes out of the dugout and ends up getting ejected. So you could see here when the balk is called, Chris Sale moves that front leg, but I went back to the Jose Caballero at bat when Spencer Jones was still on third, and to me it looked like Sale was doing the same thing every single time. But that's just my opinion. Balks are weird. Yankees now lead this game 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th. It's funny, I record my reactions live as they happen during the game, but the next inning they actually did the side-by-side of Jose Caballero and Austin Wells, and honestly, Chris Sale does the same exact thing every single time. So this is just my opinion, but as a Yankees fan, I personally do not think that was a balk. I think Walt Weiss was 100% correct there and got ejected for it. Bottom of the 7th inning, Yankees leading 3-2. George Lombard Jr. comes up and he hits it to right field, his 2nd home run already. Yankees lead 4-2. George Lombard Jr., what a way to start your career. Also had a great at-bat earlier in the game when he challenged 2 balls that were called strikes and won both of them. That was right before the Spencer Jones triple. This game goes to the 8th, Yankees leading 4-2. Chris Sale wins 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. Cole, 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, no walks, and 9 strikeouts. So here in the top of the 8th inning with a 4-2 lead, Acuña is up with 1 out and he hits a solo home run to left field, cutting that lead to 4-3. So we jump to the bottom of the 8th inning and Uncle Ben Rice, who was ice cold, had that huge hit last night, drives this ball to straightaway center field over the 408 marker, his 32nd home run of the season. And I almost lost my mind here, but George Lombard up and he hits a line drive up the middle for a base hit. All looks good and well until the camera flashes over to first base and you see George on his knees holding onto the bag. What happened was, coming around first base here, he completely lost his footing. Not one leg, both legs gave out there on the grass. Hopefully he is okay. I'm really going to be keeping my fingers crossed here, obviously. The good news is he stayed in the game. This game goes to the top of the 9th. Yankees leading 5-3. David Bednar comes in for the save. Dominic Smith single up the middle cuts the lead to 5-4, and David Bednar, who's going to be like that knight from Monty Python with no arms by the end of the season, gets out of it with a line drive to Spencer Jones to end the game.